Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Addie Curley, a project coordinator. She'll be answering questions on the poetry of Seamus Heaney. Neil Pritchard, an IT analyst. His subject is the American country rock singer Steve Earle. Amy Dwyer, a care team leader, whose subject is the television drama series Mad Men, and Stuart Davidson, a civil servant. His specialist subject is the 1944 Battle of Arnhem. Up for grabs tonight, a place in the semi-finals of Mastermind as our contenders go toe-to-toe. Their passion for a particular topic or subject could be their lucky ticket to the next round. But it's not just 2 minutes of specialist subject questions they have to endure. There's also 2.5 minutes on general knowledge, a wider test of what they really know. Layer on top of all that the pressure of the clock, the glare of the spotlight, and the black chair. Let's see what happens. So, can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Addie Curley.
Your occupation?
Project coordinator.
And your specialist subject?
The poetry of Seamus Heaney.
The poetic works of the Nobel Prize-winning writer. In 2 minutes, let's go. In the poem Into Arcadia, what fruit had a lorry been transporting before it shed its load onto the road crossing the border from Argos?
Apples.
Yes, in Keeping Going, dedicated to his brother Hugh, the poet describes his sibling playing imaginary pipes, using what object as a prop, upside down on his shoulder?
Broomstick.
No, a chair. Heaney's Glanmore sonnets were inspired by the poet's move into a cottage in County Wicklow in 1972, which he would refer to by what term for a rural place of learning mentioned in the second of the sonnets?
Home place.
No, hedge school. The lines recited by Lin-Manuel Miranda for President Biden's inauguration in January 2021, that once in a lifetime justice can rise up and hope and history rhyme, are from which of Heaney's works?
The Cure from Troy.
No, close, but it's The Cure at Troy. In the poem Summer 1969, at a time of intense conflict in Northern Ireland, Heaney writes of suffering only the bullying sun in which European city?
Madrid.
Yes, the poem The Gravel Walks refers to clear water running over pebbles described as caramel, hailstone, and what shade of blue?
Slate.
No, mackerel. Which author, whom he first met in 1972, does Heaney address in the poem Elegy, saying, "You drank America like the heart's iron vodka"?
Robert Lowell.
Yes, in The Growler Man, Heaney states that the spine of the title character, an ancient body found in a bog in Denmark, is what creature arrested under a glisten of mud?
Serpent.
No, eel. The seventh of Heaney's Glanmore sonnets recalls the French names of trawlers that fished off the Irish coast and mentions L'Etoile, Le Guillemot, and what other vessel?
La Belle Hélène.
Yes, which poem by Heaney about a lone fiddler on one of the Blasket Islands was read at his funeral service after his death in Dublin in 2013?
The Given Note.
Yes, what's the name of the infant granddaughter to whom Heaney dedicated his poem In Time shortly before he died, describing how I saw you years from now, more years than I'll be allowed. Your toddler wobbles gone, a sure and grown woman.
Sifra.
'Tis Shifra. So, Addie, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 6 points. And our next contender, please. Your name?
Neil Pritchard.
Your occupation?
IT analyst.
And your specialist subject?
Steve Earle.
The American country rock singer, writer, actor, and activist. In 2 minutes. Let's go. What's the name of the military base in Virginia where Steve Earle was born in 1955 and where his father was stationed as an air traffic controller?
Fort Monroe.
Yes, according to the lyrics of Carrie Brown, a track from Earle's 1999 bluegrass album, The Mountain. Poor Billy Wise died in which U.S. state?
Tennessee.
Yes, which Chicago-based artist, known for his mixed media collages, has designed multiple Steve Earle album covers, including El Corazon, Transcendental Blues, and JT.
Tony Fitzpatrick.
Yes, which of Earle's songs became an official state song of Tennessee in 2023?
Copperhead Road.
Yes, which of Earle's short stories from his debut collection, Doghouse Roses, is inspired by and shares its title with a song from his 1997 album, El Corazon?
Christmas in Washington.
No, Tannytown, in response to being heckled by one of his music heroes, Townes Van Zandt, during a gig in Houston, Texas, when he was just 17. Earle played which song by Van Zandt in a bid to silence the musician, who later became a friend and mentor?
Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold.
Yes, as part of his probation conditions after serving a short spell in jail in 1994, Earle performed a concert filmed by MTV for inmates at which prison in Tennessee?
Cold Creek Correctional Facility.
Yes, Earle won his first Grammy Award for Best Contemporary Folk Album for what 2004 release, featuring tracks entitled Home to Houston, Rich Man's War, and I Thought You Should Know.
The revolution starts now.
Yes, one of Earle's 6 ex-wives, Alison Mora, and a niece, Emily Earle, each receive a writing credit alongside Earle himself on which track from his 2017 album, So You Wanna Be an Outlaw?
Pass.
Earle wrote and performed the music for what 2020 play, written by Jessica Blank and Eric Jensen, about a real-life mining tragedy in West Virginia?
Coal Country.
Yes, which of Earle's songs which has been covered by Sharon Shannon? I've started so finished. Which of Earle's songs which has been covered by Sharon Shannon, among others, did he say in a podcast interview in 2023 would be remembered long after his death, but they'll say some Irish guy wrote it?
The Galway Girl.
Yes, the Galway Girl. Nearly had just the one pass. One of his 6 ex-wives and his niece, they received writing credits on the song News from Colorado. And at the end of that round, Neil, you've got 9 points. And our next contender, please. Your name.
Amy Dwyer,
Your occupation.
care team leader,
And your specialist subject.
Mad Men.
The American television drama series about a New York advertising agency in the 1960s. In 2 minutes. Let's go. In the first season of Mad Men, the advertising agency, Sterling Cooper, begins working on the election campaign for which presidential candidate?
Robert Nixon.
No, Richard Nixon. At a meeting in the first episode, what does the executive, Don Draper, tell a client is the one thing advertising is based on, defining this single word as the smell of a new car and freedom from fear?
Love.
No, happiness. In Marriage of Figaro, what book does the new secretary, Peggy Olson, ask to borrow from the switchboard operator, Marge, who advises her not to read it on the train as it'll attract the wrong element?
Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Yes, what's the first name of the housekeeper and caregiver to Don and Betty's children, who is fired by Betty at the end of season 4?
Carla.
Yes, what 3-word advertising slogan does Don suggest to the art director, Sal Romano, for the raincoat manufacturer, London Fog, while they're on a flight home from visiting the client in season 3?
Limit Your Exposure.
Yes, the episode Love Among the Ruins begins with Peggy and several colleagues watching footage of the actress Anne Margaret singing the title song in what film?
Bye Bye Birdie.
Yes, in season 5, the financially troubled partner, Lane Price, is asked to resign after forging Don's signature on a Christmas bonus check for how many dollars?
5,000.
No, 7,500. What's the name of the principal costume designer across all 7 seasons of Mad Men who received 4 Emmy nominations for her work on the show?
Pass.
When Betty is given a ticket for reckless driving in season 6, she and her family are travelling home from a performance of what ballet?
The Nutcracker.
Yes, what's the name of the country club where the partner, Roger Sterling, hosts an event at which Don meets the hotelier, Conrad Hilton, for the first time, though it's not until later in the series that Don realises who he is?
Pinewood.
No, the Yellow Rock Country Club. In the season 2 episode, Maiden Form, it's suggested in a meeting that all women are either a Marilyn Monroe or a Jackie Kennedy type, and when Peggy asks which one she is, Ken replies with the name of which writer?
Pass.
It's Gertrude Stein. You knew that one?
I knew it.
And you had one other pass, Amy. The name of the principal costume designer across all 7 seasons, Janie Bryant. So, at the end of that round, you've got 5 points. And our final contender, please. Your name.
Stuart Davidson.
Your occupation.
Civil servant.
And your specialist subject?
1944 Battle of Arnhem.
The Second World War battle that was part of the ill-fated Allied plan to secure crossings of the River Rhine in the Netherlands and advance into northern Germany. In 2 minutes, let's go. The airborne assault on Dutch bridges planned by British Army generals in the summer of 1944 was called Operation Market. What name was given to the corresponding tank-led ground attack?
Operation Garden.
Yes, which Dutch town was captured and held by units of the 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment on the 17th of September, the first day of Operation Market Garden?
Eindhoven.
No, Wechel. Major General Friedrich Cossin, the commander of German troops in Arnhem, was ambushed and killed by a reconnaissance platoon of which British parachute battalion?
The 3rd.
Yes, the name of which Big Cat was the designated code name for the route taken by Lieutenant Colonel Frost and his parachute battalion to reach the centre of Arnhem?
Lion.
Yes, which German officer led units of the 9th SS Reconnaissance Battalion in a disastrous charge across the bridge at Arnhem under heavy British fire on the second day of fighting?
Victor Grebner.
Yes, the Dutch resistance group formed in the Eindhoven area in early 1944, which emerged to assist Allied troops entering the town, was known by what three-letter abbreviation?
The LKP.
No, PAN, which hotel, together with the Hotel Skonord just opposite it, became one of the key Allied medical posts during the fighting in Oosterbeek.
Tafelberg.
No, Hotel Vreewijk. The bridge at Son, a key target for the American 101st Airborne Division, was defended by a training battalion from a German division, named after which senior figure in the Nazi Party?
Hermann Göring.
Yes. Which airbase east of Kempenheide in the Netherlands, the headquarters of the Luftwaffe's 3rd Fighter Division, was attacked by Allied fighter bombers on the first day of the operation?
Dielen.
Yes. What was the name of the Dutch woman who became known as the Angel of Arnhem after caring for hundreds of wounded British soldiers at her home in Oosterbeek?
Kate ter Horst.
Yes. Which British officer, chosen by Frost to lead the advance into Arnhem, used bugle calls to signal to his men and carried an umbrella during the fighting as a mark of identification?
Digby Wortham.
No, I can't tell that, I'm afraid. It's Major Digby Tatham Water.
Yeah.
So, Stuart, you had no passes, and at the end of that round, you've got 7 points. At the end of the Specialist Subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 5 points is Amy. In 3rd place with 6 points is Addy. In 2nd place with 7 points is Stuart. And in 1st place with 9 points, it's Neil. So now it's the general knowledge round. And if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Amy to join us again, please. Amy, you start with 5 points. You've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. The publishing house, which is commonly known by its abbreviated name, OUP, and was founded in 1586, is a department of which English university?
Oxford.
Yes, what word from a French verb meaning to enclose refers to a territory that's entirely surrounded by another country, such as San Marino, which is surrounded by Italy?
Landlocked?
No, enclave. Which singer and her eponymous band had a UK hit album in 1984 with Diamond Life, featuring the top 10 single, Your Love is King?
Pass.
What's the more common name for the bacterial infection of the lungs known as pertussis?
Pleurisy?
No, whooping cough. The two presenters who, in March 2024, took over as the permanent hosts of the daytime television show This Morning are Ben Shepherd and who else?
Cat Deely.
Yes. What term for the moment when a volatile situation turns violent is also used in chemistry for the lowest temperature at which the vapour above a liquid can be ignited in air?
Boiling point?
No, flashpoint. Which city is the capital of the German state of Bavaria?
Munich?
Yes. Which American golfer won his first major with victory in the US PGA Championship in May 2024?
Pass.
In musical notation, a standard single stave consists of how many horizontal parallel lines?
5.
Yes. The 1998 crime comedy film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels was the feature-length directorial debut of which British filmmaker?
Guy Ritchie.
Yes, in 1938, Douglas Hyde was inaugurated as the first president of which European country?
France.
No, Ireland. What 1984 novel by Mary Wesley opened shortly before the Second World War in a house in Cornwall whose garden overlooks the sea?
Pass.
The poultry dish known as turducken is made from the meat of a turkey, a duck, and what other bird?
Chicken.
Yes, what word for an occurrence of making a pleasant but unexpected discovery by chance was coined in the 18th century and is derived from an Arabic name for Sri Lanka?
Pass.
What operetta by Gilbert and Sullivan is subtitled The Town of Titipu?
Pirates of Penzance.
No, the Mikado. What nickname on account of his blonde hair was given to the American gang leader James Bulger from Boston, who spent 16 years on the FBI Most Wanted list before his eventual arrest in 2011?
Milky Bar Kid.
No, it's Whitey. Amy, you had 4 passes. The word for an occurrence of making a pleasant but unexpected discovery by chance, serendipity. Yes. The 1984 novel by Mary Wesley, set in a house in Cornwall, The Chamomile Lawn. And that golfer who won his first major in May 2024, Xander Schauffele. And Diamond Life, Your Love is King, Sade. At the end of that round, Amy, you've got 11 points. Next up, it's Addy. Addy, you start with 6 points. The score to beat as it stands is 11 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. Which letter of the alphabet goes before the word turn to mean a half-circle movement resulting in travel in the opposite direction, or politically, a reversal of policy?
U.
Yes, the name of which vegetable of the genus Brassica is an Italian word meaning little shoots or little sprouts?
Broccoli.
Yes, which French painter is buried on the island of Hiva-Oa in the Marquesas Islands in the South Pacific, where he lived from 1901 until his death in 1903?
Claude Monet.
No, Paul Gauguin, in the rhyming title of a 1965 children's book by Dr. Seuss, what animal is in socks?
Fox.
Yes, the 2022 album Stick Season and its title track single, both of which reached #1 in the UK, are by which American singer?
Noah Khan.
Yes, which city is the capital of Ethiopia?
Addis Ababa.
Yes, the word toxopholite refers to a person who enjoys which Olympic sport?
Fencing.
No, archery. Which politician succeeded Stanley Baldwin as UK Prime Minister in 1937 and served in the role until 1940?
Pass.
The songs If My Friends Could See Me Now and The Rhythm of Life, written by Cy Coleman and Dorothy Fields, feature in which Broadway musical that premiered in 1966?
Mame.
No, Sweet Charity. Which element, one of the noble gases, has the chemical symbol He?
Helium.
Yes, at an elevation of almost 1,400 feet, Worcestershire Beacon is the highest point of what range of hills between Birmingham and Bristol?
Pass.
Which Native American actress was nominated for a Best Actress Oscar for her performance in the 2023 film Killers of the Flower Moon?
Lily Gladstone.
Yes, the space agency of which Asian country launched the space station named Tiangong, which translates as Heavenly Palace?
China.
Yes, which British television series first shown from 1977 to 1983 stars Lewis Collins and Martin Shaw as the fictional criminal intelligence agents Bodie and Doyle?
Sherlock Holmes.
No, The Professionals. What's the 2-word common name for the small oval-shaped area of the retina of the eye where the absence of light-sensitive cells means that no visual image can be detected?
Oculus.
No, blind spot. In Greek mythology, Antigone and Ismene were the daughters of which king of Thebes?
Claudius.
No, Oedipus. Addy, you had 2 passes. Worcestershire Beacon is the highest point of the Malvern Hills. And the politician who succeeded Stanley Baldwin as UK Prime Minister in 1937, Neville Chamberlain. So at the end of that round, Addy, you've got 14 points. Next up, it's Stuart. Stuart, you start with 7 points. The score to beat as it stands is 14 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. What annual musical competition was first held in 1956 when it was won by Liz Assia, representing Switzerland?
Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes, the 12-sided pre-decimal coin that was introduced in the UK in 1937 and remained in circulation until 1971 had a value of how many old pence?
12.
No, 3. Which French author wrote the influential 1949 feminist work known in English as The Second Sex?
Pass.
Reykjavik is the capital city of which country?
Iceland.
Yes, which pungent Catalan red sauce originated in the city of Tarragona and is typically made with garlic, tomatoes, peppers, and either almonds or hazelnuts?
Harissa.
No, Romesco sauce, which Pulitzer Prize-winning American dramatist wrote the 1960s plays Barefoot in the Park and The Odd Couple, as well as Biloxi Blues, first performed in 1985.
Neil Simon.
Yes, in netball, the letters WD on a player's bib indicate which position?
Wing defence.
Yes, the American jazz pianist William Basie was better known by what aristocratic-sounding nickname?
Count.
Yes. What name is given in geometry to the longest side of a right-angled triangle, which is always the one opposite the right angle?
The hypotenuse.
Yes, the native British plant Crataegus monogyna, which is sometimes called the May tree and often grows in hedgerows, is more often known as the common what?
Dogwood.
No, hawthorn. What 2000 film, based on a novel by Bret Easton Ellis, stars Christian Bale as an investment banker and serial killer named Patrick Bateman?
American Psycho.
Yes, what was the first name of the American inventor after whom Morse code is named?
Samuel.
Yes, what name is given to the chess move that allows the king to move 2 spaces towards the rook, which in turn passes over the king to occupy the adjacent square?
Castling.
Yes, what name is given to the soft, fleshy lower part of the human external ear, which commonly hangs down?
Lobe.
Yes, the term recap, meaning to repeat a piece of information in summary, is an abbreviation of what word?
Pass.
In the television documentary series Field of Dreams, first shown in 2022, which former England cricketer aims to assemble a cricket team with a group of teenagers from his home city of Preston?
Darren Gough.
No, Andrew Flintoff. Stuart, you had 2 passes. The term recap is short for recapitulate. And the French author of the feminist book known in English as The Second Sex, it's Simone de Beauvoir. So at the end of that round, Stuart, you've got 17 points. And finally, let's have Neil again, please. Neil, you start with 9 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Stuart's 17 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. Photographers traditionally ask their subjects to say the generic name of which dairy product in order to make them smile when posing for a picture?
Cheese.
Yes, in a professional football match, each team is allowed a maximum of how many players on the pitch at any one time?
11.
Yes, the UK's first Christmas Day message from the reigning monarch was broadcast on radio and delivered by which king?
George V.
Yes, the ruins of Kirkstall Abbey, a Cistercian monastery founded in the 12th century, are a few miles northwest of the centre of which city in northern England?
York.
No, Leeds. In the 1930 comedy Animal Crackers, which actor plays the character Captain Spaulding, who says, "One morning I shot an elephant in my pyjamas. How he got in my pyjamas, I don't know."
Groucho Marx.
Yes, the capital cities of Laos and Cambodia both stand on the banks of which Southeast Asian river?
Yellow River.
No, the Mekong. The uppercase form of which letter of the Greek alphabet is used in maths to indicate that a group of numbers should be summed?
E.
No, sigma. In May 2024, which Labour politician was re-elected to serve a 3rd term as Mayor of Greater Manchester?
Andy Burnham.
Yes, the common and the pygmy are the only 2 living species of what large semi-aquatic mammal native to Africa?
Pass.
What's the name of the British-born media executive who became editor-in-chief of the American edition of Vogue magazine in 1988?
Anna Wintour.
Yes. In the 1990s, Barry Unsworth, James Kelman and Pat Barker were all winners of what annual literary prize?
Booker.
Yes. In the Western Christian calendar, All Saints' Day is observed on the 1st of which month?
November.
Yes. What Latin word for a wart is used in English for a specific type of painful wart, typically on the sole of the foot?
Verruca.
Yes. Which actor won a BAFTA in 2024 for his role in the television drama series The Sixth Commandment as a retired schoolmaster who is befriended and conned into changing his will by a young church warden?
Timothy Spall.
Yes, the Swedish chemist Alfred Nobel obtained a patent in 1875 for what powerful explosive, a form of dynamite containing wood pulp?
TNT.
No, gelignite. Which 18th century composer's Symphony No. 41 in C major is more commonly known as the Jupiter Symphony?
Holst.
No, Mozart. In 2023, what fictional bear was featured on a set? I've started, so I'll finish. What fictional bear was featured on a set of Royal Mail stamps to commemorate 65 years since the character first appeared in print?
Rupert.
No, the other one, Paddington. Neil, you had just the one pass, the common and the pygmy, the only two living species of hippopotamus native to Africa. But it doesn't matter. At the end of that round, you've done it. You're through to the semis. You've got 19 points. So let's have a look at the final scores. In 4th place with 11 points is Amy. In 3rd place with 14 points is Addy. In 2nd place with 17 points is Stuart. And in 1st place with 19 points, it's Neil, which means he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Winning my He's a Mastermind was an incredible feeling.
You've done it. You're through to the semis. You've got 19 points.
I suppose it's the daddy of all TV quiz shows, really. So to come on here and do well is a real privilege, and I'm very pleased with myself, to be honest.